and have been the CEO of L'Oreal since it opened in Boston 5 years ago.
Yes, and chairman.
And Forbes' darling ever since. I mean, it seems it's like the fastest growing technology company in the world, 4 years running.
Yes.
Can you briefly explain that?
Well, I think the simple answer is that we met a desperate need at the right time.
Ah, you mean a sexual need, right? I mean, as I understand it, these robots are primarily used.
Let me stop you there, Philip, before we get off on the wrong foot. As I made it clear to your producer, and I will to your audience, at this level of neurotechnology, that word is not only inaccurate, it's inappropriate.
You mean robot?
And if we want the interview to continue, I won't hear it again.
My apologies, Mr. Roth. I didn't realize it was a hot button. So how should I?
If I may, quote L'Oreal's mission statement. Emotional security, physical satisfaction, and an intellectual peer, provided by the most advanced informal beings on Earth.
So, informal beings.
For the purpose of this interview, I think informal beings works. It refers to the level of cognition and animation that exists in this first generation of L'Oreal.
I mean, why do they need a brain at all? I mean, I thought the primary purpose of these were sexual surrogates.
Did you hear the mission statement?
Well, sure, I mean, but that's just marketing, right? I mean, from what I read in the press, okay, you have to admit, aren't all of your customers rich men?
The fastest growing segment of customers is career women.
Wow, I did not know that. So when one of these women want to buy...
Adopt. L'Oreal is a family. If one's application is approved and they are allowed, he or she is allowed to adopt, then we create a relationship that is ongoing from that point on.
You mean to tell me that you turn down people even if they have money?
Over 50% of our applicants are turned down.
For what reason?
That is so specific to the individual as to be insignificant, if not impertinent, as is this line of questioning. I would like to get back to the desperate need I mentioned a few moments ago and to talk about what is new at L'Oreal.
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Roth. I mean, this is fascinating stuff. Go ahead, shoot.
There is a clinical pandemic. It rides just beneath the surface of our cultures, driving increasing numbers of those who cannot cope towards sleeplessness and melancholy on the shallow end, and severe depression, drug addiction, and even suicide on the deep end. The pharmaceutical industry tried to come up with a solution, but ended up with just a prophylactic, whereas L'Oreal, I think, offers real long-term solutions.
Wow.
Wow, again.
Well, yeah, wow. I mean, you talk as if they're alive.
Based upon brain activity, which is still thought to determine alive and dead, we could say that they are as alive as you are, but with a worldview that is not quite so limited.
Do they dream?
That is enough foolishness. This is neither relevant to their purpose nor to this interview, which is now concluded.